Hi folks, today we're going to take another look at Long Island Audits as he goes back to another police precinct in New York where he is promptly kicked out for trying to do the same thing that just got him arrested last week. But before we get into today's video, a couple of quick announcements. We now have memberships starting off at $1.99, and I noticed with the analytics that a large number of you haven't subscribed yet. Please do. I put out great content. We have awesome live streams and monthly movie nights where everybody gets to have fun and just enjoy. With that being said, let's enjoy today's video, shall we?
City Police Department's 105th Precinct here in Queens, New York. We are here today, as always, to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, to promote transparency and accountability within our government, and to ensure that our public servants recognize our rights and treat us with respect. We are also here to file formal complaints against the Sergeant Korchemet and Officer Kukuza, who unlawfully arrested me, stole my freedom, stole my property.
Now, Sean, why are you going to lie like that? That's not what happened. They didn't violate your rights, and they didn't take your property. They didn't steal your property. They did take it as evidence. However, you broke a policy which specified you couldn't record there, and you pushed the issue to an arrest. So that's on you. So here's your first shenanigans.
We're here to hold them accountable, file formal civilian complaints. Let's hope that they respect our rights here. Let's get into it.
Alright guys, so we're just getting inside the 105th Precinct here. Hopefully they take our complaint. Hopefully our rights don't get violated again. That would be not a good day. Do not want to lose my freedom. That's for sure. So as you guys can see, there's nothing we're recording that's sensitive at this point. I don't understand why they make a big deal telling you they just hate transparency and accountability.
All right, make sure. I'm gonna help you.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Good.
I'm looking to file a complaint against an officer.
Okay, what's going on?
It was at the 61st Precinct. I would say Monday. Why that look? What's wrong with the 61st Precinct?
Are you recording it?
Yeah, I'm taking pictures and video
No,
for my
you can't.
safety.
You have to shut that off. It says right here, members, they're supposed to record. So if you have to record, you have to step out there, sir. You cannot record here.
Why would that be though?
I just told you.
But that's not a law, ma'am.
Okay. Sir,
I'm recording for my safety.
I think you mean you're recording for YouTube, because you're not really recording for your safety. Because one, thanks to all of the security cameras there, and the body-worn cameras, and the fact that there are tons of civilians there just for you to file a complaint, you wouldn't need that. And secondly, if you have such an issue with that policy, why don't you petition the city and the states to get away with it instead of, I don't know, risking your freedom and putting yourself in jail to prove a point? To me, it seems the smarter option is to go with what our government has given us. Our founding fathers gave us the right for, I don't know, protest and maybe file some petitions to get a ballot, put it on a ballot to remove that policy. But hey, maybe I'm just thinking with common sense instead of how to make money on YouTube.
You cannot record here.
I'm recording for my safety,
You
ma'am.
cannot record here.
I'm recording for my safety. I'm trying to file a complaint.
Here, sir. You cannot record here.
My freedom and my property was taken from me by the NYPD. Sir, my freedom. I'm here to conduct business, sir. You're Sergeant? Sergeant, I'm here to conduct business. My freedom and my freedom. But listen, my freedom.
That's perfectly fine.
But I'm here to conduct business. What I'm saying is I'm here to get services. My freedom and my property was taken from me by the NYPD. I'm here.
Oh, blow it out your ass.
Recording. Yes, I was arrested. My freedom.
We're going to record also
So-
outside.
I mean, if you want to send somebody outside, you can do that under threat of arrest. I have a right to record in public. I have the right to record the NYPD in the course of their duty.
Yes, you are allowed to record the police in the process of their duties. You are allowed to film them while they're on the street, at a traffic stop, but when you go into the building, you now must obey by the rules and policies of the building. You know, such as no shirt, no shoes, no service, or no filming or recording of audio inside the facility. But again, what can we expect from LIA? He's one of the biggest fraudsters out there and has so dead set himself on his own grift that he's made himself believe he's actually trying to do something good. The irony is just so lost on him.
This is 100%. This is 100% public. This is a public lobby. This is a public lobby. I'm gonna ask you to de-escalate a little bit.
You need to go outside.
I'm gonna ask
You need to step
de-escalate.
outside because then it's handcuffs afterwards. So step outside. Go
Boom. Roasted.
ahead.
That sign is not a law, Sergeant.
Yes, it
That-
is.
No,
It
it's
is a
not.
law in the
It is
city of
not a
New York.
law.
Step
What law
outside.
is it?
Go outside, pass the
What
sign,
law
and
is
you can
it?
record all you'd like.
What law is it? What law is
You
it,
cannot
Sergeant?
record in the precinct. That is the law.
It's not
It is
obstruction.
Sir, back.
I need
Go.
help filing a complaint. That's what I came here to do. Who's gonna help me with that?
You cannot record inside.
So
of the
send
precinct.
somebody out here to help me file a complaint.
Take your
somebody
foot,
will
take your
come
foot up the
outside.
door.
Okay, so send somebody out here to file a complaint.
I'm gonna have
I want all
somebody
your
call
badge
you.
numbers. I
I'm
want
gonna-
all your badge
it's-
numbers and
You
names.
have it right there. So you have it right there.
I need to file a complaint, Sergeant. Are you denying me services?
Someone is going to help you.
Access denied.
Wow. Wow. So under threat of arrest, he said I was going to be in cuffs. Do you see? Look, the NYPD always watching us, right? Wow. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see the thugs at the NYPD? You really can't. I'm here to file a complaint about my rights being violated, and they're about to violate my rights yet again.
Shenanigans. I'm calling shenanigans on that. You see, if you were truly there to file a complaint, you wouldn't need to record the encounter. You wouldn't need to record this and put it on YouTube if you were truly there to file a complaint. However, this is clearly another one of your little stunts and little pranks for clout and to make some ad revenue by putting out a video saying that the cops are tyrants and they are violating my rights and trying to violate my rights yet again because you were too stupid to read a sign and obey a policy of a building that you chose to go into.
Isn't that just insane? You want to be put in cuffs? No, I don't want to lose my property again, and I definitely don't want to lose my freedom again for 6 hours for exercising a constitutionally protected activity. That's for sure. See how they all just gang up on you like a gang. They all just come at you. It's insane. And this is like a joke right here, that every single NYPD vehicle has courtesy, professionalism, and respect. That is a joke. That is literally a smack in the face of the public. That is
Are you stupid or something?
a public lobby. So I guess Queens is no better than Brooklyn, huh? We're gonna wait out here. Hopefully they send somebody out here so at least we can get our complaint in. Insane.
Hey, good morning. What is it? Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Officer Farrell.
Officer what?
Officer Farrell, Shield 12125. How you doing?
Hey, how are
So
you?
just so you know, being recorded by my police body one camera.
Sure, I'm in
okay?
public, no
So,
problem.
It's okay. So first of all, appreciate you hanging tight, you know, the inconvenience, whatever it is. So just so you know, you can't record inside police precincts, any police precinct, whether it's New York City, outside. Do you do the, what do you call it? Do the audit stuff?
I'm here to file a complaint.
Yes, he does the audit stuff, but it's not really auditing in his case. It's more like frauditing. Officer, if you'd like a actual auditor, please find me on YouTube and I will give you the channel of a great auditor that has the respect of even everyone in our community. But no, he's there to make a video for YouTube, because if he was really there for a complaint, he would actually do something about it and not film himself doing it.
Oh, okay. So I spoke with my supervisors, spoke with my other officers. So we provide you information. I believe it's you want to complain in regards to the 61 precinct?
61st precinct.
61st,
yeah.
okay. So we gave the information for CCRB. You can call the hotline at this phone number, or you can file online at newyorkcity.gov/CCRB complaint.
I'd like to file one in person here. You guys don't. You guys take complaints here.
It's a whole thing. Like I said, it'd be easier for you just to.
Now, he was just giving a phone number to call his complaint in and a website. But yet he's demanding and insisting to go inside to file his complaint. Why is that? Well, we all know the reason, but if you're new here, I'll explain. It's because he knows if this was truly about filing a complaint, he would have taken the information and gone in and done it. Or, like I said previously, he would have turned his camera off, filed his complaint, and then would have made his video. However, he's just doing this to make a YouTube video instead of actually trying to get what he's wanting to do get done. The problem with these frauditors are they are trying to exploit what they can and cannot do. For what? A few cents from YouTube to make $1? I mean, at this point, I would just have told him, have a good day, here's the information, and walked away.
Call them or.
I know, but I want to file it here. If I can't go in, if somebody, the reason why I'm not being able to file it here is that you're not allowing me to record inside, even though there's no law against recording inside the lobby.
Yes, there is. No, so just it's stated like right on the wall.
That's not a law. That's a sign. That's just a sign. You're law enforcement. You're not policy enforcement or sign enforcement. That's not a law. That's not a criminal statute. That's just a sign that anybody could put up there.
Come here. Shut your stupid ass up.
That doesn't mean anything.
So
but what? Let me finish.
Of course.
And then, so I'm here to file a complaint, just like anyone else would be here to file a complaint.
Right.
You're under threat of arrest. I have left the lobby under threat of arrest. I am here. Now I want somebody to come out here, a supervisor, to take my complaint against an officer. There should be no problem to do that. The sergeant even told me he would have somebody come out here and take my complaint. That's what I'm trying to do here. That's it. It's not that hard. Just like any other, if I wasn't recording, anybody else coming here would have just been able to do a complaint at the police department. That's the services you offer.
But yet you're there, not even trying to file your complaint. He's giving you avenues to file it, but yet you're insisting on speaking to the manager, Karen. And for what? So you can file your complaint in person, so you can record it and put it online and try to say that the cops are tyrants or they're a gang. We're all catching on to your script. We all know your shenanigans and your frauds that you pull. Like hiring an actor, that's not very cash money, my friend.
Here, what else do you guys, you take criminal complaints, officer complaints. This is what you do. This is your job. You just pass me off to do it somewhere else. This is your job here, right?
So in regards, you're not allowed to record in any police precinct, whether it's New York City, in any one of the 5 boroughs, or outside.
It's not a law.
Okay, it's posted. There's a reason why it's posted in that particular spot. Okay,
But it's not a law.
I'm just telling you what the rules are. Hey, how you doing, sir? All right. So would you like this information or no?
I would like to file my complaint here.
Okay, hang tight, sir. All right.
Sure.
Do you have ID?
Like anybody else would.
Do you have ID on you by any chance?
Oh, I don't carry ID.
No, of course. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, did you just lie to that officer? Because I'm believing you did. Because how do you get around if you don't have ID? How did you get to Queens? I mean, did you pay an Uber? Did you grow wings and fly? Or did you drive there? Or did you fly there from wherever you live? I mean, if you're going to board a plane, you need an ID or a driver's license. And if you're going to drive on the roads, you still need a driver's license. But hey, maybe you wished upon a star and you landed there head first, jackwagon.
Ridiculous. Anyone else would be able to file a complaint against an officer in person, not on the phone. I want to be able to hold them accountable. I want to get it on camera, my complaint process, document that process for anyone else, because
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
noticed, ladies and gentlemen, is that after I posted that live talking about how the NYPD thugs and tyrants took my freedom and took my property, so many of you commented, so many of you emailed me. I saw them, how the NYPD has treated people in the city, the people in the city, like garbage for years, They're like, hey.
Now, do you have any proof of that? I mean, we can always get the live chat if you saved it, but you probably didn't. Instead, we have to deal with your insane ramblings and idiocies.
Can you go document the process of filming? This is what a journalist does. I am documenting the process of filing a complaint, holding our government accountable, and they don't want that. They just don't want that. This is the complaint form?
That's the form that you fill out.
Yep.
Once you're done filling it out, I'll be right there and let me know, and then we'll go from there. Okay?
All right. So at least they handed me a physical complaint form here. So for any of you, all of you that hit me up and emailed me, commented, you want to see the process, here's the actual civilian complaint form.
You know, you could even have done this by getting the phone number and the website where they could have filed a complaint. But instead, you decide, hey, I'm actually going to possibly get arrested again for the same thing I just did on Monday. But hey, what can I say? If you're not predictable, I'm going to jump ahead to the point where he speaks to the sergeant and hear his insane argument of why he needed to be in there.
Speak to a supervisor regarding, I have some concerns over these vehicles over here. If I could speak to a supervisor and ask him a question about it.
Okay, no problem.
Yep, thanks. I appreciate it. Hey, how are you, Sarge?
So we're going to follow your complaint that you're making.
Yep.
I'm going to call CCRB, IAB, and file that for you. It's against a 6-1.
Correct. Officer Kakuza and Sergeant Korchemet.
All right. I'm going to fill it out. I'm just going to get a number for you, so you can have that.
Sure.
Any other issues? You said.
Yeah. So Sergeant Pellegrino, 526.
Yes.
5267. Okay. So I was noticing that there's these cars with no license plate parked illegally here. Are those owned by the city of New York?
Those are vouchered vehicles, sir.
What does that mean?
That means if they were taken into custody for some reason or not, and we're just waiting to tow that to the pound. So
okay. So
now you got your information that the cars are vouchered and they're about to be taken to the pound. They're waiting for a tow truck, and that they've got your complaint and they're going to file it with appropriate offices to handle it. You should be done. You should be on your way. But that's not your MO. So let's see what else you have to say.
they're not owned by the. So they're just towed.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Right.
I just wanted to make
I'm going to
sure.
fill this out for you. I'll come right back.
All right. Thanks, Sergeant. Yep.
And you're not allowed to film inside the precinct station's facility.
Yeah, but that's on a law, Sergeant.
We can ask you to shut it down. If you don't shut it down, at some point you're trespassing.
Yeah, trespassing in a place where I'm allowed to be. Do you see how? Listen, I know you didn't make the policy. I know you didn't make the rule, Sergeant. I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying, as a public servant, as yourself, like all of you are public servants, which I respect and I appreciate.
You're lying.
It's a good service you do for your community, but by locking out the public, the freedom of press, the First Amendment, locking out the freedom of press, there's no governmental need, there's no significant governmental, benefit in order to, why would be the purpose? In your words, what would be the purpose?
Safety concern.
Safety. A camera never hurt anyone
inside the precinct. I'm not saying outside.
No, but I'm saying inside. Inside, it's not a safety concern because the camera's never hurt anyone. It's only exposed corruption and tyranny.
Well, apparently you never heard of the Russian KGB, who used a camera with a firearm placed inside of it. But that's beyond the point here. The point this officer is trying to make is, you could be recording somebody's personal information, or you could be casing the place to find a vulnerable spot where you can come in and do some nefarious harms, such as in 2016 when a gentleman walked into the Detroit 6th Precinct and shot it up. There have been a number of attempts of officers inside of precincts. But the recording is not only to protect the officers inside, but it's also to protect the people who are there who are filing criminal reports against somebody who may have harmed them. And you going in with your camera puts them in danger of retaliation or even worse.
But how can it hurt someone?
We asked you to leave multiple times
inside
the precinct.
But how can a... Yeah, but you said it's a safety issue. How is a camera a safety issue?
The law isn't what we've been told about that.
But it's not a safety issue.
If you're going to stay inside, keep recording and not leave, and I asked you multiple times to leave.
Well, under threat of arrest, I left.
But you did.
I left under threat of arrest because I was already arrested, and now, you know, hopefully we can affect some change here. So again, there's no need. You can't come up with one. As you're in charge of this department right now, this lobby right now, right? But there's no need for it. Laws, there's purposes for them.
You can be arrested for trespass.
But why?
Inside the facility.
Because I'm recording, though. Specifically because I'm recording.
It's not because you're just recording. It's because it's a safety concern of you getting someone's personal information, or you can be, you know, trying to scout out to commit a crime there, or to even harm somebody there. You know, tracking somebody's movements. But again, you're going to come up with this. He comes up with this crazy idea that a person who needs a special victims detective to handle a case would want them to record. They wouldn't want that. I'm going to end the video here. Sean goes on his rant of saying the cops are tyrants and they're a gang, and he's doing this for all of our rights, which is not the truth. He's doing this for his ad revenue. But if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. With that being said, be well, be safe, and I'll see you guys next time.